You are free at home, and unfortunately you happen to join a bad group. If you are a boy, you'll end up starting to smoke. If you are a young girl out there, unfortunately you might end up with an early pregnancy or a forced marriage. I want to motivate you. Please be optimistic, have a lot of hope. Read a lot, go online. There are a lot of learning materials online. Download as much as you can, revise.
Hello viewers, welcome to today's lesson. I'm Teacher Lydia.
Fly to the sky, fly, fly, fly. Take me up high, fly, green butterfly.
Today we are going to look at the topic plants. And under plants we are going to look at the subtopic classifying plants. What is to classify? To classify is simply to just group things according to their some similarities. We have this one here, which is called the maize plant. Yeah, the maize plant has got some leaves, the fruit itself there. We have the flowers here and the roots there. I also have a bean plant here. These are its roots, these are the leaves, and this is the stem. Plants are simply divided into two groups. We have the green plants and also the non-green plants. Which are these plants that we call the green plants? The green plants, these are simply the plants that have got the green leaves, or the stem can also be green. We also have the non-green plants. The non-green plants do not have the green leaves. We are going to start by looking at the examples of the non-green plants. We have the molds. Molds are simply the gray structures you see on molten food. Two, the muka. It's another example of a non-green plant. It does not have the green leaves. We also have the penicillium. Penicillium is a non-green plant that is used to make a curative medicine called the penicillin. We are done with non-green plants. We are going to look at the green plants. Okay, as I had said earlier, the green plants are the plants that have got the green leaves. We've got this green color in plants. The green color is simply known as the chlorophyll. The green plants having the green coloring matter known as chlorophyll. Under these green plants, there are some plants that produce flowers and some do not produce the flowers. Here I've got a table. We are going to look at the flowering plants and the non-flowering plants. The plants that have got flowers and green plants that do not have flowers. Okay, for example here we can have the maize plant. We have the maize plant. Another example, we have the bean plant. We have a bean plant, and with our plant here, as you can see, it has got the green leaves here. The stem is also green, so we can simply group it as a green plant. And under green plants, we can classify it as flowering since it has got what? It has got some flowers here. It has got some flowers. And back to the maize plant, it has got some flowers here. As you can see, it has some flowers here. That's why we have grouped it under what? Under flowering plants. And we have a long list of the what? The flowering plants. And under the non-flowering plants, we have the first example as the fern. We have the fern there. We also have the lichens. These are green plants that do not have what? Flowers. We also have the moss. And lastly, the what? The algae. Algae it's an green plant and a non-flowering plant which grows in water. It grows in water. We call it the algae. Those are the what? The examples of the non-flowering plants and the flowering plants. Okay, I've come up with a table that is going to simplify what we've been looking at. We've been looking at plants, and at the plants we've looked at the two types of groups whereby the plants are classified. We have the non-green plants and the green plants. Okay, and non-green plants we have the examples as the penicillium, the molds and the mucor. And the green plants are further divided into two groups. We have the flowering plants and the non-flowering plants. The examples that are flowering plants, we have the maize and the beans plants, among others. There are many, the list is long. And under the non-flowering plants, we have examples as the algae, the lichens and the ferns. So this table is going to just help you to see how plants are classified. What we've been looking at, all that is classified under this table. Now we are going to look at the external parts of a plant. This is what we call a flower. We have the fruits here. This is a leaf, it's here. This one we call it a plant. This part we call it a stem. And the last one here, the last part we call it a root or roots. Okay, this is the external part of a plant. Each part here has got its various role that it plays in a plant. For example, the roots here, it has its function. It helps the plant in the anchorage of the plant, simply supports the plant in the soil. We have the stem there. It has its own role that it plays. We have the branches there, the leaves here, and also the flower. Each and every part has its own role that it plays in a plant. Okay, we are going to start by looking at the roots. First, we are going to start by looking at the types of roots. We simply have two types of roots. First, we have the taproot. Second, we have the fibrous root. These are the two main types of roots that we have. We have the taproot and the fibrous roots. Back to our picture here. As you can see, this type of roots here, it has got one main branch, one main root going downwards, then at the other side you have the small roots that come out from the main roots. We call them the root hairs. So this here is an example of a what? Of a tap root. It's just as an example of a tap root. The fibrous roots, these are roots that emerge from the what? These are a type of root whereby you find that the main roots are many, and they come from the what? The base of the what? Of the tree. Down there, just below the stem, we find them emerging from that place. We call it the what? The fibrous roots. Okay, we have got some examples of the tap roots and the fibrous roots. As I told you, this is an example of a tap root. You find here you find that there are some roots that are extending from the bigger root here, which are called the what? These are called the root hairs, and it's a good example of the tap root. Here also I've got another root known as the fibrous root. In this plant here, you find that the roots, we have many main roots emerging from the what? From this part here. You see here we have other root hairs also, and yeah, it's an example of a what? Of a fibrous root. Okay, next we're going to look at the functions of the roots. the first role, which is absorption. Absorb is simply to take in something. So the function of the roots there is to take in water and mineral salts from the soil for the plant to get some nutrients and the water for transpiration. The second role of the roots is for support. So the function of the roots there is to support the plant from being carried away maybe with flowing water, and also for proper anchorage in the in the soil. Okay, we have its third role for food storage. Yeah, we eat some fruits of some plants. So the function of the roots there in some plants is to what? Is to store food for the plants. We have various examples of the foods that are stored in the roots. For example, we have the carrots, many more. The list is long. So these are just examples of the few examples of the various foods in which the food is stored in the roots. These are some questions that are going to help you remind yourself what you learned through the lesson. So the first question is the green coloring matter in plants is called dash. You are asked to give the name that is given to the green coloring matter in plants. Number 2, name 3 examples of non-flowering plants. You are asked to give the examples of the non-flowering plants. Remember, you are asked 3 examples. You give 3. Number 3, give the uses of yeast at home. Give the uses of yeast at home. Number 3, you are asked, how is yeast important in our homes? How do we use it at our homes? You give us the uses there. Number 4, list the external parts of a plant. The external parts of a plant, name them there, list them there. Number 5, mention the functions of the roots. Yeah, you're asked to mention the functions of the roots. Okay, this brings us to the end of our lesson, and let's meet in our next lesson next time.
This is our YouTube channel. We will be interacting with you, and whenever you have time, you can ask questions. At times we will be going online, we will be going live, and we could chip in and help where needed. Therefore, I'd just like to request all of you, be safe. God loves all of us so much.
Girls and boys, everybody give and share. Lift your voice. Fly, green butterfly, fly to the